Hello.
Hello.
Here we are. So, yeah. What is new today? What are we doing? So let's first say what are we doing. We are making gladiator management game where you control your team of gladiators. You put together mages, orcs, purifiers, all kinds of like beasts and fighters, and you well, fight against other teams and rank up in the hierarchy. And I need to learn a better way to explain what the game is, but that's the gist of it. So we are working every day, every weekday, and after every weekday we make a video and we talk about what we did, and maybe you guys have some ideas and things like that. So first, alright, what we did today. We talked about the battle selector, and I'm going to show you. Oh my god, I need to handle this desktop. Like, there is no way I'm gonna find it now. Whoa, I found it. Yes. This is it. So basically this is a new thing that needs to be done in user interface, and this is like the most complicated thing, so this one will take the longest. It basically needs to randomly, but not completely randomly, create enemy teams that you can select, and then it would let you it would open this window, and then it would let you position your units and calculate your points. And then maybe even the most complicated thing is not just randomly creating them, but actually making computers smart enough to position them smartly. So to position maybe warriors in front and then some priestess on the side or archers. It would be easy if we always position them the same, but the thing is that it needs to be kind of smart but random, so sometimes they might do something stupid or different, because that's what's going to be fun, and you can then abuse it. Maybe they put a priest really close here, so maybe you can put a lot of your archers here or things like that. Yeah. So
put up the chat here so we can see actually.
That is true. Hey guys, if anybody wants to say anything, like we are here, we see the chat. And what else is there to say about this? Well, not much. It's it's going to take some time to get this. So the next interesting thing is actually that we have some basic Twitch integration figured out. It's not even in our game, it's in Daniel's asset. So yeah, you guys can does it work?
Yeah,
should work.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you're on Twitch, on YouTube this is not working, but if you're on Twitch, you should be able to write what?
Just a second. I need to disable this manager and put the explosion here.
We did some last minute change, he did, so
yeah, so yeah, it won't work. Okay, if someone type, for example, not for example, if someone exactly type on Twitch boom 1 2 3, B is the uppercase.
So
boom 1 2 3. This one should actually like explode. Yeah.
So you can write boom 1 2 3, and the game should well, I probably need to have
explode.
Yeah, and we are going to explode.
Yeah. You can type it again, you know.
It's actually her art. I'm gonna write it too. Oh, but I don't think I can. I'm gonna write it here and there, so. Oh, the capital.
B with capital.
I'm just gonna copy it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So very basic, but it works. That's important thing, because right now we can communicate with game can communicate with the chat. Do it.
Oh no, right click doesn't work, so we can test it again.
Reset it.
Yeah.
So what we are planning to do is actually add that to our game, so you can make your own team. Actually, there would be a few modes where you can make your own team, and everybody makes their own team, and everybody and there is a big competition. This team against this team against the other team. But also we will have something like 5 on 5. So 5 people would be in one team and 5 on another. Not 5, any number, and then they could actually everybody would add one unit, and then they would fight. And we would see what team wins, and then maybe a few iterations of that. But everybody would have their own unit, what would be nice.
This is the one.
Aha, now type it again, Yots. So it's going to be way more fun that way. And we might start doing so.
Oh, here we go.
What did you do? You ruined it.
What have you done?
That would be fun stream. You put some building together and you're building something like this, like on Minecraft or something, and anybody can write something and blow everything up.
Yeah.
And then you are like pissed off and you're yelling at people, and that's the whole stream.
Yeah.
People like watching other people yelling, so that would be fun. Like, why did you do that? It was so good. And then everybody else would be yelling at that person. Anyway, yeah. So, as Yotza did, you can write boom 1, 2, 3, and this thing will explode in the chat. Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing. Well, the next thing is actually new classes. So, I'm gonna open that right here. I can probably have both of them on the screen. Can I? Thank you. There you go. Okay. Oh, nice. I can keep this in selection. Alright, so, new classes. Well... Nice.
Who did that?
Who ruined his castle?
Just play it again.
Can I? Error? No?
No.
So about this, well, what I did here is I actually made this file public, so if you have the access on the Discord you can actually open it, and here it is also. So anybody can actually open it, and you can even comment on anything if you want, if you have some ideas. And so this would be like official file of all the races and types of classes, that units that there are, together with unit types, so everything is in one place. And there are few new things that are interesting and worth talking about. So definitely we're gonna have humans still. They're going to have 40% more experience learning, so they're going to be leveling up faster. Then they will have so elves, they are like the most powerful with magic and mana, so they're going to have most of these healing, fire kind of classes that are really hard to control, while humans are next most powerful in that, so they're going to have like warlocks, necromancers, clerics. This is something like healer, but it's kind of a bit more brute. And then we have orcs. They gain 20% of the damage every time they kill somebody. So if you have 3 really strong orcs against 9 units, you can count that once they start killing units, they're going to get more and more powerful. Oh, thank you for host. So swing elf, man. All right, elves. This is what I thought right now. We might change it, but it's solid. I think their magic conditions would feel 50% faster. So magic condition and shape, this is something that is how much the unit is training, how well they are eating. Magic condition, actually their mana pools that they are hanging out in, and that is increasing their magic condition, but there is not enough space for everybody, so you have to choose like 2-3 units depending how big a mana pool did you build. And right now, my idea for a priest, well, Dan, I don't know if you are here right now or not, but you suggested Purifier as a name for the priest, and I loved it. But then you also suggested something interesting, that Church of Light should have some kind of elite kind of unit that is really good at doing damage as well. And here are some basic ideas for the spells, and I think Purifier is actually a better name for offensive unit. And then we can have something like a Rejuvenator or something similar for somebody who is actually healing and fixing units, right? Or Invigorator, that is somebody who is increasing their damage or increasing their speed or something like that. And then let's see. Man Assassin, Trickster, alright, this we covered. Alright, so here it is, idea that I just had for Frogkin. Frogkin, this is like this, like Murlocs from Warcraft, like, not exactly, but that kind of, they would be a bit fatter, and they evolved from, well, frog-like creatures, and they're intelligent but not as near as humans or others. And here are the passives that I had in mind. Tell me also what you think. So Storm has no effect on them, so they are moving as fast because they are basically living in the swamps, and they're very natural, and they can see invisible units at night. So if we have some stealth unit, player can't see it, nobody can see it, but this unit is seeing it. So if you see this unit going nowhere, you're like, what are they doing? And boom, they hit somebody who was invisible. So in code that might be funny, but we'll figure it out. If we decide to keep it, of course, and if the whole stealth thing is going
actually we will at the end have the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Though they are frogs.
Yeah, but
you're not a big fan of the Frogkin
I don't know
type.
You know, can't imagine
Frogman. Well, alright. Frog people.
Frog people.
There you go. So, but more like fat and goofy, like that shaman that Gilbert drew for this game, if you remember. He's like fat, he's orc actually, but he is almost... Wait, I gotta find him. Not in my dungeon was the game that we made, and we had Gilbert drew this.
Yeah, I know, I remember.
Alright, but I wanna show it also. But I don't know if... Yeah, I guess there are no images of him. Yeah. Alright, never mind then. Oh, maybe here it is, this guy. But we don't see him in the game here, I don't know where... Yeah, so this is just his face, but... Or... Murloc from Warcraft. Now, it would be kind of in the middle, more fat, more... And that, because I wanted us to have some kind of race that is, well, somewhat intelligent, but not as intelligent as others. And they are also connected with nature, so that is interesting. And these would be their things, but I don't have any much ideas for their classes. Like Beastmaster would make sense because they are very connected with nature, so they could like be almost like a support class for priest. And this one, I don't know, the more I think about it, the more We'll see. We'll see. So dwarves, I could not think of a good passive for dwarves. So one thing I thought is that when they die, they have double equipment stats. So they're actually worth more when they're dead, simply because they are all about technology and they have a lot of stuff on them. So, but if we think of something more useful in the battle, we're gonna change it definitely. But I have this is interesting class for dwarves. So imagine this guy, he is a thunder gatherer and he has two big gloves that are mechanical, then he has some device on his back and a big pole. And whenever there's a thunder that hits, we show one part of the thunder hitting his pole. Like pole is like a, you know what's pole? Yeah. And whenever it hits that pole, he gets like one thunder shard or thunder, how did they call it, stack, thunder stack, and then he can use it for various abilities. For instance, this one is thunder strike, powerful melee strike, but it requires one thunder stack. So imagine he's getting charged by the random thunder, more of them in high storm, less of them in low storm. And then if he gets that, he can punch somebody and he can even knock them out and push them back and electrocute them. So that would be something like a bit random, but he is really good at these situations. Also, his attack could get stronger and stronger after each, and we can add more abilities based on that, on these strikes.
Okay.
Then gunsman, this is pretty much like archer, but shorter range and with a gun, and we can add some other things like blinding powder. He can shoot like blinding powder, some powder in somebody's face, and they would be blind like for 5 seconds, like a fear pretty much, without too much running. So they would like stumble around and be like they can't do anything unless something hits them or 5 seconds pass. So what else do we have here? Hey, if you guys have any ideas about any of these classes or our current ideas that we have, feel free to comment or just type boom 1 2 3 and blow this thing out. One of these things. So undeads, so they have no shape or magic condition, they have only decaying stat, and that stat is getting lower and lower, and when it hits 0 they die, and the lower it is the weaker they are, but they're usually much cheaper, so they are very expendable type of units, and in the story people are also using them for war because they're in huge war against demons, so this is like a nice way to save some lives and get bigger army. So this is under consideration. I'm not sure completely about this, but when I was thinking about what classes would the undeads be, like should we have something mage, undead or whatever, then I thought like, alright, but they're just people brought from dead, and how can they have original classes at all? Doesn't make sense. Not like somebody's going to train them. So I figured maybe the best way to handle this is to have just original classes that we already have, like warrior, berserker, and then they would be just a version of that class that is maybe a bit worse, but still way cheaper. So, and they would be only basic classes, no like healer, mages and stuff like that, because this is what they are. They're just dead body with magic running that dead body, so that magic is hardly going to use more magic to so feels like it makes sense right now, but we can think about it more. What else do we have here? These are just unit types. I just put them here for the sake of having them at the same place. But these are the 4 basic ones. Fighter, this is everybody, most of them are going to be just fighters. Then Fae, or demons as people call them, they are, well, way stronger and have more abilities. And another thing about them, all this disabling action like powder from the gun or knockout would last only 0.25 seconds, because I think that would make sense, because so that they're actually, you know, you can't kind of disable them for, but it's just a moment, so that they're not too easily disabled. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes it's easier very much.
Yeah, it makes kind of, you cannot really disable their demon too easily. You can say like, alright, there's a demon, I'm just gonna put a bunch of guys who can disable them, and then when they don't disable them, him but somebody else, you're going to be pissed. Alright, we can actually make them target the demon first, but again, maybe it's more fun if you have to handle him like as strong as he is. Alright, so beasts, they have a bit more damage during the night. They lose a little bit of the damage for every thunder, because they're afraid, they don't know what is up. And they have tamed stat. If they're tamed, they are like free for you to send to defend yourself or for some quest. And if they're not tamed, if you send them to protect your gates, they will, but after the fight is done, they are out. And lastly, Behemoth, they are huge beasts, so almost like a demon version of fighters. So these are going to be like a boss battles. They're strong as 5 or 6 units, and they cannot be tamed, so you cannot really send them to defend you. You can, but they are going to go away after that, and they can have up to 4 abilities. So that is what is new here. And yeah. Alright, so what else? Well, this is the to do what we did. This is Monday, this is Tuesday. Do you want to explain this?
Well, I don't know. There is nothing to explain here.
It says right
Canvas
there.
Organization and yeah, pop-up info box needs to be deactivated when main pop-up is closed. Yeah, that was a little bug, so I fixed it, and yeah. Then I was focused on figuring out Twitch integration. And yeah, if you type boom 1 2 3, these ones should explode like. But it works only on Twitch, so
yeah. But it's a first step. Actually, the most important step. We didn't know how we would even connect these two, but right now that is the first important step, and now we can make all kind of games that we can play together, and we have some really exciting ideas that are going to be fun, and a lot of people could play. Like they could be, everybody can have their own team, and then team would have some clash, like team 1 against team 2, and then whoever wins goes to the next league, and then all the way up. But we can also have like 10 people in one team and 10 in other, and everybody can select one unit.
Yeah.
But they are selecting them first. Team 1, team 2, team 1, team 2.
Yeah,
and then when everybody's selected it, you can actually watch your own unit, see like, come on, do it, and you can see.
We can even make that above every unit we can write like a text name of the
person.
Who
That would be fun.
That unit.
So that's like him, or her.
So that's like
awesome. Yeah, that would be fun, and maybe, I don't know if we can do this, but another idea I just got is that at the end we can say like a quick scream, 5 seconds, who killed who. So like Johan Art killed, I don't know, Loki 79 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it could add a bit more interaction.
Or we can play like you and me choose a team, and then everybody on the Twitch are against.
Yeah, so we could do that.
Against the Twitch.
Yeah. Or
Like
we
a
can
game
make
mode,
stuffs like boss mode. We can put one boss and we kind of balance it for the number of people who are there, and then everybody tries to defeat this boss. And well, we would have to prepare it to see what is the limit. Like, let's say that you need at least 30 points to defeat him, and then we spread 30 points to however much people there are on the... And then they are together trying to figure out, alright, no, we need more mages. And that could be interesting. We didn't want to do multiplayer, but here we are. Twitch multiplayer, if nothing else.
Right here in the chat you can write boom 1 2 3 and then this thing will explode. So feel free to.
Anyway, if anyone of you are new here, this is what we do every day after work. We talk about our new game that we are making. It's not this game. It's well, I'm gonna leave it here, but I'm gonna open the game screenshot if I can find one. There you go. No. There you go. This is the game that we are making. So it's a Gladiator. Good job! Good job! Awesome thing is that I don't even have to have these windows focused in focus. So it's a bit scary actually. You guys are gonna hack us. Okay, there you go. Maybe a bit of zoom. So what we're doing, we are making this Gladiator game, and you are going to make your own teams and fight against enemy teams and all kinds of stuff. Like there are going to be bandits at your gates, or maybe a farmer wants you to send your army to defend his farm, and basically you're building your team and managing your camp. And there is a permadeath, so you really need to be wise about your decisions, but also it feels a bit roguelike, because at the end of each span or month in our world there is going to be like an income from the local barons, so that you can actually make mistakes, lose, and still get back to your thing. And we are really excited about this thing that we are building, and in about 3 months it should be somewhat playable, but we're gonna play around here on Twitch much sooner. So if you guys are interested in something in this, you can follow us on Twitch and find us at the same time every weekday, sometimes even on weekends. So that's my little thing to say.
I've got an idea for this Twitch integration. So someone could write the coordinates, and firebolt will drop off from the sky, you know.
Yeah, something like that, like a trickster, and that's like a third party, somebody who's probably going to draw.
Who is like neutral, you know.
Or we can have anybody who is not playing write coordinates, so they say here, and then somebody else says no, here, and then everybody writes their own coordinates, and they all calculate in the middle, so they're actually moving it, and they need more people to move it, like no, not there, no. And then there's a counter, and then after like 20 seconds it's going to drop.
Like aim.
Yeah, that would be fun also. Good idea. Do you guys have some ideas? This is actually why we want to start integrating it slowly with some basic things, and then build it up, because some of you guys are probably going to have even better ideas than us. So if you have anything, what can you type in the Twitch chat that we can do in the game and have some consequences? We think that it's pretty unique that you can actually build 2 armies and get them to fight, so we're happy to do that.
Just try to unfocus this.
Yeah, no, I'm focusing picture.
There it is.
Yeah, works. Nice. Let me reset it. Yeah. Okay, so that would be the gist of it. I have to work on my plan for tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what we're planning to do tomorrow, and that would be it. But if you guys have anything else to talk about, please write. So, plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow we either going
looks
to
good.
do.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kibo. How are you doing? I seen your game and it's doing really great. It's that night. Sorry, I forgot the name. Night Tower. It's a mobile game. They got like 1 million downloads when I checked like 2 years ago. They're probably doing even better now. But what's it? Wait, I'm ashamed for not knowing. There you go. Anyway,
Tower Fortress.
Yeah. You worked with Zach on that thing, I think. Yeah, he mentioned me. We tried some projects together too, but didn't end up doing anything right now. We might consider him because I'm talking about sound designer that I was working with for many Flash games, so we might ask him if he's interested in this one. We'll see.
Yeah. We can actually show
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably show it.
Yeah.
We are just bragging about our simple Twitch integration. So yeah, safe. So we had the other project open, but usually we play the game a little bit. And
oh yeah, animations
but
are not.
Yes, animations are in work. Alright, so and this hand is wrong hand. So right now our animator is figuring out another 2 skins, because every unit needs to have demon version of themselves. So this guy is a whole mutation right now. He has a skin from demon here, and then the normal orc skin here, but alright, let's put some other art. Is just my placeholder art, so maybe I'll
Put some orcs. Oh no, they're.
I put one.
Okay.
Here it is. He still looks better than these guys. Yeah. So right now there would be like you can actually type join and then type who you want and what field what place to put them in, and then the 2 armies would fight and you can see if your team wins and stuff like that. Alright, what else do we have to cover before we are done?
What's our plans for tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah. Do you want to say it?
Well, maybe tomorrow we'll working on this Twitch integration, but yeah, we'll see about that. Or maybe animation, if the animator send us the back animation. And I don't know, there is not actually some plan for tomorrow, but
one of these 2, yeah. Probably gonna depend on the animator how much he can do, because we need him to do the back animation. You see how these guys have back animations and these guys don't yet, but once they do, there are a lot of things to be implemented there.
I think we can change the skin here. Just
we can do it through code, yeah.
Yeah.
Just Or you meant here, right?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
but we cannot.
Right.
It's demon skins is selected.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna change it, but so that they are not mutated as much. So that is orc units. No, that is units. That is units. Demon. There you go. So instead of demon, just say red.
Red, yeah, that's it.
And
I think it should be.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
These
but there is too many of them. You can
yeah.
delete.
Let's actually add just 2 of them.
Yeah.
And there we go. They need a lot more animations.
Yeah.
Half of them are placeholders and some are just... Well, when he dies, they disappear. There you go.
You can slow down.
Yeah. But you see, he's like angry while hitting. Now he's happy while he's getting hit. That won't remain. We wanted a happy animation and then it turned out funny. Well, not animation, but happy expression. And then we figured like, why not make him do that when he gets hit? And the X is wrong. This is my X.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do.
Exactly. But that it's going to be done soon. Also, we want these pop-up text to be bloody, so that would be an option to disable if you're a kid playing and your mom doesn't. If your mom doesn't like this, kids won't mind, but their parents might. So, but other than that, you see when they start hitting each other, like here, and the blood, this goes, it follows it like...
There is one problem. You can see this X is in front of this unit, but this X from the blue orc is behind this red one.
I don't think we can solve that. That is just the positioning, and I don't think it's a problem. I mean, what? I wouldn't even know where to put it. Like, when should it be in front or behind? Doesn't matter. But they're always positioned by their Y coordinates. So the unit below is always going to be a bit higher in the... Yeah, that is why, especially because there are going to be effects over everything,
yeah.
So you won't even see the collision. And then, as I said, the text for this blood is going to be, you see how it flies. Alright, now, there you go. You see how it flies like he's been hit. We can even add a bit more force to it, and then some blood background around it. So it looks actually like he hit him, and the blood is flowing out, but it's also saying how much damage it did. So it should be looking good.
And there is the problem, you see, when it hits him with the X, then the force is not enough for the text. See?
Yeah, maybe we should actually look how much the force is, the force that is being push force.
Yeah.
And then text would be this, would have this same push force added to the original force.
Same plus something.
Yeah. Because when they are not moving, it's fine. It's probably fine. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions about any of this? And yeah, I think we are pretty much done here.
Yeah, for today.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for hanging out. If you still have any question or everything, you can ask me, and let's try that raid function from Twitch just for fun. I cannot say just. Either say too softly or too loudly, and every time it's weird. So let's see who is here most similar with most similar project. Some game. Something. What do you guys think? This is nice. How do we rate? I guess I should copy this and then slide. No, on our chat.
Yeah.
Which channel. Which? Oh, shut up.
Should I rate?
And then I should. Yeah, that's how it's. That's how it works. Awesome. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out, and you can follow us here or go to our Discord link or any other social media and stay in touch. And we are open to any kind of suggestions. So this is the reason for this is to make way better game that we would make it ourselves. We already got a lot of ideas from you guys, and yeah, that's it. That's it.
We are every day here.
Yeah.
8-9 Central Time, and from Monday to Friday. So yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, did I click it? I clicked it. I don't know if you're still on. What is up?
Party of 4. Mi smo bili jedni.
Yeah. So if I click here, I'm guessing that we're still in the video. So if it's YouTube, we're gonna be there. Rating party of 4. But is this even working? Did he stop? No?
This guy is actually not live.
It says live.
Yeah,
I don't know, I'm confused by Twitch, but we're figuring it out.
maybe you should hit play.
I did. Well, the screenshot looked nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright. See ya.